Hey everybody, how you doing? We got a little bit of a project today. We're going to be restoring this dirt bike and making it nice and purty. So I got like this temporary air filter, which I'm just gonna like cut a piece off of and like zip tie it on there. And then I'm gonna install this fuel cutoff switch thing because it doesn't have one. That's kind of important. I'm gonna paint the exhaust and we're gonna repaint the fairings. That's why all the fairings are off right now. I got new throttle thingies for it. Scott! So yeah, that's handy dandy. And yeah, here we go. So we got all the bolts off. Let's see if we can just pop her out here. Go. Beautiful. Now we're gonna wash her off good, get ready to sand and paint. Now we're gonna give her the old wire wheel and see what that does. Ugh. So that wire wheel turned most of that rust just into dust, so now I'm gonna go wash it off and get her clean, and then I think she'll be ready to paint. Alright, we ready to paint? First coat looking all right. I'll show you again when I finish her up. So the exhaust pipe is pretty much done. Just letting her dry now. I'm sure you can't see anything because it's too dark. But so once it's dry, I'll put it back on the bike and show you what it looks like. Thanks, Dirty Mike Meadow. That's all. Looking good. Today we're going to be trying to finish up the dirt bike. We got the exhaust on, looking pretty. And today we've got to put on this thing, the fairings. We're going to take off that fairing somehow and paint it. Maybe paint this one too. And then all we got to do is wait on the seat cover to cover up this duct tape. Alright, here we are a few days later. Isn't that the ugliest finished dirt bike you've ever seen? I know, right? It's gross. We've got the blue hand grips on here from Scott. I got a Honda CRF 150 something seat cover on here. Fits beautifully. Had to do my fancy staple job underneath, so that's why it's kind of ugly and doesn't match right, but at least it's better than duct tape, right? I got some mud splats on there. Speaking of mud splats, I got the paint looks gross, but it's done. Whoever did this before me decided to truck bed coat all the fenders, so they're all like, you know, truck bed coated, so I couldn't really sand all that off, so I did what I could, painted them anyway. Obviously the goal here is not prettiness, it's just completeness. The tailpipe has been painted and finished, however it got too hot and it burnt off up there, so don't know what I'm going to do about that yet, but I'll figure something out. Every filter that I attempt to put on here, the dirt bike just rejects, so it looks like I'm going to have to like get a real filter. So if anybody knows what a Walbro carburetor, if anybody knows what air filter that would take, please let me know, because I would love to know what air filter would work for this carburetor. We've got a new shifter from Iron Pony on there. Shifts beautifully. What? Cut zip ties, huh? Shocking. Since this thing just never really had like a fuel switch on it, I put on my own, so that's handy dandy. Got a fuel switch on there. And then if you look under the seat right here, you'll see some wires. And you may ask yourself, what are those wires? Well, let me show you. So there we have a moped battery with a super awesome zip tie job to the frame. If we were to follow those wires up the bike, we will see that they come out here where they go to the switch. And that switch controls a little pod LED headlight. So maybe I'll be able to ride it at night, you know. So look for some awesome videos in the future on my crappy off-brand Chinese dirt bike that actually runs kind of good. Thanks for checking me out. I'll see you guys later. Peace.